Philip Dean Sise, has called on the government to send in their quarterly subvention to the school, as they are yet to start their operations due to a lack of funds for feeding and other essential school items. He shared this and more with our reporter Emmanuel Mbawa, who visited the school in Kono.
Koidu School for the Blind, established in 1988, has thrived through governmental and institutional support. However, it has been almost a month since schools resumed, and this school has yet to commence normal operations due to a lack of funds and essential school items. Speaking of the various challenges, the principal of the school, Philip Dean Sise, calls on the government for their quarterly subvention.
Due to the gain of Julius Maada bill, he used to totally the money, he used to send in bulk for a total of 1 year. So he used to get the money annually. So, but it's not forthcoming. For example, school has opened since the 8th of this very January, as I'm talking. The school has opened, but yet still, with the disabled school, particularly the blind school, in Kono this time, not only in Kono this time, but all the blind schools all over the country are not open yet because the quarterly subvention which is supposed to be brought by the government, nothing as yet. So we are currently, we closed down the school because of the lack of this subvention.
Jeremiah Gegba, one of the volunteers who has been teaching since 2014, also appeals to be included on the payroll.
We are 2 in number facing this challenge presently in this school. So we need approval. Let them try by all means because we are suffering from mismatch. But really let them see reason, let them step in that I will be able to solve our problem so that we'll deviate from this problem we are going through.
John Kemo, head boy of the school, pleads for school materials such as braille, laptops, and ICT teachers.
Appeal to donor partners and the government of Sierra Leone. I am appealing that the Koidu School for the Blind is here. They should help us with learning materials because as blind people, if we don't have the adequate learning materials, we will not be able to achieve. And gone are those days when blind people will just be in the villages, not being useful. These days now, of course, the 21st century, blind people have a lot of talent. Another thing, lack of parental support. Our parents do not support us. When we are blind, especially in Kono State or in part of this country, they will just think that everything is done about us. We don't have any use again.
With governmental and institutional support, Koidu School for the Blind is hopeful to have a conducive teaching and learning environment, challenges that the principal, Philip Dean Sise, says need urgent response. Emmanuel Mbowa, AYV News, Kono District.
The Minister of Social Welfare, Meruz Kamintikagbo, has reiterated President Bio's plans to not criminalize victims of kush intake, but to go after the traffickers. The Social Welfare Minister made this disclosure during a multi-sectoral approach engagement that seeks to address drug substance abuse. Here is the story compiled by Mohamed Lamin Bania and read by Edima Conte in the studio.
Sierra Leone, like other countries, recently has been going through a serious challenge that has to do with substance abuse, most especially the synthetic kush drug. Like other countries, kush intake has been a concern for all, including governments and campaigners, because of its alarming rates. Thus, informing the multi-sectorial approach strategy, which seeks to stabilize kush intake by Sierra Leoneans, of whom majority are youth.
And this is what His Excellency the President has emphasized and even re-emphasized, that it must be a multi-sectorial approach and that we must try as much as possible not to criminalize particularly the victims, because those who are taking it, we consider them as victims, because if they don't see it, they will not take it. Those who are trafficking the drugs into this country and who are selling it to make money out of the lives of other people are the ones that are the criminals and the ones that we must track on.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency is an institution set up to coordinate, fight and prosecute anything that has to do with drugs. But how committed are they to address drug and substance abuse on the victims?
That at this particular time, this is the work we are called to do. So it's about saving the next generation. It's about saving the future of this country. So put all your soul, your heart and your mind into it.
Other component multi-sectorial approach to Kush in Kush is to equip the participants with the requisite skills and knowledge to assess and categorize Kush victims that will be taken in rehab. Edima Conte, AYV News, Freetown.
The regional manager of Africa Global Logistics, Captain Fabianco Kokan, has reaffirmed his company's commitment to contributing to sustainable transformation and inclusive growth of Africa. He made his commitment while unveiling the company's new brand, with a transformation of name from Bolori Logistics Africa Global to Africa Global Logistics. Ronald Jomurovia was part of the event and now reports.
2023, March 31st, we joined the MSC family and we became known as the Africa Global Logistics.
Snippets of the brand unveiling of African Global Logistics, formerly Boloi Transport and Logistics, one of the continent's leading logistics company operating in about 49 countries with over 23,000 staff. As a multimodal logistics operator, the company provides ports, logistics, maritime, and rail services in Africa. Thus, the transformation from Bolori to African Global Logistics is part of the brand's commitment to continued contribution to sustainable transformation in Africa.
As Bertrand said, we changed so many times the name. Many of the companies, same as the dinosaurs, disappeared because they didn't manage to adapt on time and changes, and they was alone. Therefore, we are changing constantly. AGL will stay in the heart of Africa transformation. We can build the ports, we can build the terminals, we can build the roads, or buy equipment. But if we forget to invest in human capital, we will not be able to achieve our target. Therefore, we are always paying a special attention to our people in education. Therefore, we decided if we want to change Africa and the world, we need to invest maximum in most powerful tool. And this is the human capital and education.
In Sierra Leone, the company has its footprints in the following areas.
In Sierra Leone, we operate 3 of these business units, business services. We have the port operations, which is the Freetown terminal. We have the maritime operations, which is AGL, Africa Global Logistics, and we have the logistics solutions, which is sea and land services.
With this new brand, African Global Logistics affirms its ambition with the MSC Group to continue to contribute to sustainable transformation of Africa and emerging markets. Ronald Jomoru.